Hey, what's up, guys? It's Navarro, head trader Penny Stocks Club 13. It's Tuesday, August 29th, 2023. And in this video, we're going to go over all the swing trades from yesterday and the new trades for the rest of the week. So, without further ado, let's get to it, guys. So, I have the list here of all the ones we went over yesterday. I'm going to start with PFE, a swing trade that I had from yesterday. It worked out okay, but then, it kind of went sideways and then came down, but I would manage to take profits and get out of the trade before it dumped. So I did enter the trade around here yesterday, came down. It did not take me out. I was down about 25%, which is a good tolerance level for myself, as I do have like about a 30% tolerance per trade in options. So um, today came back up, had some news as far as governmental price or drug price decreases or something like that. So as it was going up, I took profits here, and final take up here, guys. So I scaled out of this, and then it's a good thing because it came back down crashing hard. So that was PFE. PayPal, another swing trade, huge trade, guys. I did get out right here, and then of course news came in and it just went ballistic. I did leave a lot on the table, but that's fine. I had to get out before the JOLTS job report came out because we didn't know which way it was going to go. I already had profits, and once that data drops, it gets volatile, and I don't know if it's going to be fast enough in case it went down. I don't know if it was going to be fast enough to get out with the profits I had. So I might as well just take my profits and then just wait and watch and be patient, which is what I did. And I am okay with that because as a trader, I'm here to make money, not to gamble. So, I wasn't going to gamble with those news. And then we have MNST. MNST, I did not trade this one, but I did go over it yesterday. And like I told you, anything above that 57 level was calls. And look at this, guys. Now, yes, this is due to the market taking off today. It's not a true technical indication that it just on its own was moving. No, it's just the correlation it has to the overall SPY, the S&P 500. So if you look at all the stocks today, with the exception of a few, everything was green. Everything was moving, guys. And mind you, a lot of them on low volume, just following the stock market, just following the overall S&P 500. So it's hard to say what they're gonna do tomorrow. So for tomorrow, guys, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna be looking for the stocks. If the stock market starts dropping, we're gonna look for the ones that have relative strength, right? That are not following the downward action. And then, of course, if the stock market keeps going up, then everything's a buy. Everything is a buy, guys. So you just gotta be mindful of that. MNST again, something I went over yesterday. Five again. There's news or not news, but earnings coming up. It did go up with the market, but again, this one's still on watch for earnings. If they have strong earnings due to back to school stuff, then this one's possibly one of the ones that is gonna take off. All right, so we have five on watch, no trade on it yet. It's just on watch again. SoFi again, guys. I told you this one I like for overall reversal and possibly even new highs later on this year or into 2024. But right now it's got this little bear flag going. I want it to come down. I want to buy it down below 8. I want to buy it below 8. I want to see it drop, retest, break over 8, retest, and then come back up. So it'll take some time, but we're going to be looking at it closely. AMD, again, just overall market strength. So it came up, did bounce off of this support level as I mentioned in yesterday's video. SQ, another huge mover, gave us a bit of a return, and this one closed very strong, guys. I like this one. I want to see it break 58, come down, retest 58, and I'm gonna be buying a ton. Once it breaks out, comes back in, and then keeps on going higher, guys. I like this one long term. Dash, guys, I told you this one, I liked it. I told you it was gonna be great. Of course I missed it, but again, This is the reason I make the videos, because sometimes I can't be in every single stock. I cannot watch every single stock. I was in PayPal, SoFi, SQ, PFE, LCID. I had a ton and everything was profitable. So I was just taking profits. I wasn't even worried about what other stocks were doing while this ones were setting up. So again, this is the reason you gotta watch the videos, you gotta watch the information I put out here, and then you gotta make your decision based on the information that I provide for you. So this is how I'm trying to help you out, be a smart investor, a smart trader. And then of course, if it fails, you also have to be smart enough to either cut it, let it go, and trade the opposite side of what we're talking about. All right, so we gotta be able to be think on our toes and adapt to the market. Adaptability is what's gonna keep you in long term in this game. Example coming up, CVNA. I called it out on Friday. I called it out short, thinking the 40 resistance was gonna just keep it going down. Guess what? I went short on it. I got stopped out, and immediately that day I told you I'm gonna buy calls. This is a clean breakout. It's gonna continue going, and guess what? I took profits yesterday. Bought it on Friday, took profits yesterday, and look at with today's market strength, it continued moving higher. So again, adaptability is what keeps traders in the game long term. So CVNA plug, guys. I told you yesterday, I'm expecting a pullback. It did not give a big enough pullback, but it came into the buy zone that I told you about. That was good enough to start buying it, and look at this huge move back up, guys. PLUG. Now what we're looking for, we wanted to come back in. We need that pullback. We need, watch this, guys. This one is still good to go. It's gonna take a while. Be patient. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. I believe this one has a good return in the future. We got the left shoulder, then we had this harami, which we'll call our head, right? And then now we're gonna look for that right shoulder, anywhere here, consolidation, whatever you want to call it. We got to look for it here, and then once we break out again over that 9 level, we're good to go, guys. We are good to go for the longer run upwards. All right, now this is market, I'm gonna say market dependent overall, just like every other stock. But if this one has relative strength, which I believe it's gonna have, it doesn't matter how low the market goes. This one might just be working against the market, but we have to wait and see, right? AFRM, guys, I told you this is the catalyst that kind of got me to look at SoFi, PayPal, and SQ, which is the block stock. And look again, today this is just based on market strength. Now what do we see here? So this is something to keep in mind, guys. We are at a supply zone, right? Rejection, rejection, rejection. If you're a probabilities person and you want to play the highest percentage, the highest probability, then what are we looking for here? Well, we're looking for the breakdown, retest. It's either gonna break through, come back and retest and keep on going higher, or it's just gonna get rejected and come back down. Rule of 3, guys. 1, 2, 3. If this one breaks up, comes back down, shows support, it might come down just a little bit below that that $19.20 level, but that's okay. We are gonna see if we get a bottom wick, we get something like this on the retest, then we're gonna be looking to go long, guys. All right, again, you just gotta let the setups come to you. Be patient, trade your setups, and don't force any trades. LACR, this one I said I wasn't ready to trade because it was a little tricky, but again, market strength helped this one just gain huge momentum, guys. Now I want to see this, and I'm gonna show you what I mean. We got 1, we got 2, we got rejection, rejection, support, 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 rejection. So now you know your key level, guys. I'm giving you a freebie here. That $6 level is your key level now. So what we're looking for, if we come back down, we're either gonna reject and continue lower, or we're gonna come up, retest the 6th level as support, and then move on back. It'll take a few days. It might take one day. We just gotta be aware that that's our key level. Set your alerts, keep your eye on it. Make sure that you're looking at all the stocks. Like, for example, look at my watch list. I have only the ones that I'm interested in. I keep them here, and I do have my main watch list. I have it down here, but I keep the ones that I have on watch with a closer eye on them so that I can have easier access to them. Now let's go ahead and talk about the ones that I'm looking into tomorrow, into next week, and possibly even into September 15th, which is the monthly option strike. But let's go ahead and talk about FDX. FDX, guys, it bounced off the 50 but got rejected up here at the supply zone. So how or what am I thinking about in FDX, which is FedEx? Well, first of all, I see a top reversal pattern, right? We got the push up, we got the push down, we got a higher high, which would be our 52-week high. So then we got our left shoulder, we got our head, we came back up, we did not make a new high, and then we got rejected, right? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, came back down. So now what we can look for here, and it usually happens, guys, it's gonna come and test this supply zone. So if it comes and tests the supply zone and we see a rejection candle just like this red one here, where we see that upper wick, and when we close below this neckline right here, if we close below, then we're looking to go lower. All right, again, let the setup come to you. Set your alerts just like I'm gonna do here. Now create an alert with this drawing here. Crosses above, we'll be looking into that. If it crosses above here, we're gonna create more alerts. Then of course, if it comes lower, we'll just go here below and do another one at about, let's say 20, at or below. Here we go, we're good to go. So that's FDX. What I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna go ahead and add it to my option ideas. It's already here somewhere. Where is it? FDX. All right, let's go on to the next one. Guys, keep it short and sweet and to the point. Let's go with PERI. PERI, guys, I think this one is ready to reverse. Why? Same idea here. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, retest. And what is the retest doing, guys? If you all notice, I already have that trend line here. Higher low, higher low, higher low. And then we got this trend line right here. You can see that trend line. So if we break over here, come back, retest, and move higher, then we'll go with that. But we gotta wait for the retest. It can go up 2 or 3 days. We might want to trade it if you want to. That's up to you. Again, I'm not telling you what to buy, what to sell. That's another option. But we gotta let it come back, test the zone, test the breakout zone. Would be here. As you all can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know, everything here is just, this is just a huge inflection point. You have to be looking at that zone for either calls above it, puts below it. All right, so that's PERI, and I'm gonna add it to the options idea. So now we have it here so that we can keep a close eye on a smaller amount of stocks. Again, some of these, once they start going out of our setup, even though they might be going in one direction, but the setup isn't there, then we're not taking the trade. So we will try to eliminate those as we move along. Let's go on to the next one, ATVI. ATVI, guys, of course, Activision merged or acquired by Microsoft. And right now I see a flat top huge resistance, but I'm gonna show you more than that, so you see how it's kind of topping out there at 92, at the $92 level. Let's go ahead and go a little closer and watch what's going on. So again, we got the push up, came back down, came back up, came back down, came back up, and now came back down. So we got left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and then we got this retest, right? We're retesting that 92-cent level, but if you compare this to everything that moved today, look at this price action, guys. It had no strength compared to the overall market. It barely moved. The market was just huge upside today, huge move, and this barely moved. So this is telling us that it's got relative weakness. If we see tomorrow that it opens lower and fails to make a new high, then we're going to the downside, and it's gonna be nasty, guys. It's gonna be nasty because we got this fair value gap, huge value gap. It's not gonna, I don't know if it's gonna fill it up, but either way, that's what I see. And let's go on to the next one. IONQ. IONQ is an AI stock, and this one had a good push up, closed higher than this bearish candle. So now I'm looking to the upside. I'm looking in between 18 and 19, where we have some confluence here. So that's what I'm looking for, one day swing, and or if you're in it tomorrow, one day trade, right? So that's what I'm looking for. If it does not work out, if we see some rejections like we saw here, then we can trade it to the downside. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and add it to the watch list. And then last but not least, this is my favorite one. We traded it, or we tried to trade it last time. We failed to get in because we didn't get an entry. But this time around, guys, it's got this descending wedge pattern, this descending pennant. And of course, we got this failed breakdown, right? We got one, then we got a lower one, and now we're creating higher lows, right? So we had a lower low, then another lower low, and then now we got higher lows. So what is it saying? 58 was a key resistance level, key support level now, right? So resistance, 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 support, support, resistance, support, and guess what it is now? Support. So now we're looking for the breakout, and we're looking for a move to the $70, $80 level. Of course, we trade short term, so I'll be happy with anything above 65, close to 70 for a 2, 3, 4, maybe 10-day trade. Either way, I think this one has a ton of upside into 2024. So TWLO, guys, is something that I've been looking at for a while. Now I'm in it, and we'll see what happens in the next few weeks, because I did buy a couple weeks out for this trade idea. Guys, that is it for me. We'll catch you on the next one.